Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. Hey, what's good? It's Uncle Makara, all relations. Let's get started today. Excuse the noise in the background. I am live here in Kolkata, India, right next to a small little bridge over here. And I really need to move to a place where there's not so much noise for me because I live a different kind of lifestyle, let's just say. I live a very spiritual. I hope this doesn't get copyright strike, guys, because there's music in the background. But irregardless, welcome to the channel. Make sure that you tap in and you connect with the tribe, the Telegram group that's happening. And let me just check if this is working. Hold on, guys. I'm going live on my new phone, so I'm not too sure if it's working right now. Okay, it is working. Sweet. Hey there, baby. All right, awesome. It is working. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about this topic. It's very, very interesting, and right now I'm back from a fresh beard trim because I'm going to travel soon, and I'm headed to New Zealand to connect with my business partner Ryan G, and it is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to explore the medicine that island has, that powerful regenerative medicine of the land and the people there. And it's connected to the warrior code, so I'm very, very excited about really going into this, And I had this topic today. It's very interesting. I love this topic today, which is all about service and ambition, okay? So true ambition is not selfish, right? It's fueled by a desire to create a meaningful impact. And serving others can give ambition a higher purpose. So making goals not just for personal success, but also for uplifting others. A lot of people, they see service and ambition as two different things, right? And so there's a split mind in a lot of individuals. And they want to do something, but there's something else pulling them the other way. And oftentimes, if you notice this journey, you'll start to notice the difference. Satyam, hello. So you might notice the difference between service and ambition. And it's not good versus evil, right? As the world thinks that it is, okay? Good versus evil isn't all the movies that we see. But it's really service to self versus service to others. That's what we're seeing as good versus evil. It's being portrayed as Jedi versus Sith. You guys get that? So it's really, really key and really, really important that you understand how to set goals that simultaneously benefit yourself, but also others. For example, you build a business that addresses societal needs, right? And you use your talents to inspire and elevate others. This is how you can make them work together. You can help them to coexist. You're a big fan. Shout out Satyam, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. So this reframing from what can I achieve to how can my accomplishments and achievements help others? You guys get that? So how can my ambition that's rooted in service be more sustainable and go beyond ego-driven motivation? Because the desire to serve, at least for me, that's what keeps me moving forward. I understand that when I first started this journey, it was all about coaching. And I called my brand, Coaching with Zoom. And the idea was that I would constantly be coaching from my paradigm, my lens, right? But then I started to understand, wait a second, it's not only this paradigm that is going to get me the best outcome. Sir, I'm your girlfriend. Yeah, shout out to Ellie. So it's really, really key and important, guys, to understand this, because when ambition is rooted in service, it's way more sustainable, okay? And when you help others, it brings you clarity on your strengths and your goals. And so you follow it by aligning in the right direction, right? Refining your path. So ambition requires a lot of focus, while service requires selflessness. And selflessness is a concept that you need to tap into the zone, to be in the flow state, to be open and fluid in life. okay? Like adaptable in life, like Bruce Lee said, like water, okay? So ambition requires focus, service requires selflessness. Prioritize your self-care, okay? What's up, hi? When you prioritize your self-care, you can then maintain boundaries to avoid your burnout when you are serving others. You know, a lot of people, if they're very, very only other oriented, they stop caring about the self-care. Now, there's certain people that are very selfish and only care about themselves and not about others, right? So we live in a very polarized world right now, okay? Day 3 of my fast, why am I sweating a lot at night? It might be that your body's releasing some stuff, bro. That's what it sounds like. I'm not an expert in fasting, but you are meant to, fasting is meant to get you back into your divine blueprint again. So it's going to release a lot of the stuff that does not serve you. You see what I'm saying? So take it easy on yourself, you know, break your fast early if you got to, if there's too much perspiration and so forth. But yeah, it might just be like an emotional release happening. That's my guess, Guido. Okay, so combining business goals with solving societal problems is going to be very key for this synergy, right, of ambition and service. Now, you have to use your craft to inspire and bring awareness to very, very important issues, right? Yeah, you're not hot, just sweaty, right? Exactly. So your body is releasing something, right? Clearly through the perspiration. Yeah, when you lead with a vision that benefits a collective, like I'm doing this for Primal Sutra, the deities of Primal Sutra, the collective, you guys who watch these videos, you know? And good to see you again. Yeah, man, it's good to be live. I have a new iPhone. Okay, so I love these interacting with you guys, you know, being live like this, because I really get to see, you know, your comments and how this is working for you. And it's dope, man. It's really cool. So you don't have to choose between being ambitious or being of service. This is what I mean by today's video. Okay, guys? You don't have to have one or the other. And it's not just for personal gain, and it's not just for collective gain. It's gains all around. It's a win for me. It's a win for them. It's a win for the universe. It's a win for everybody. You get a win. You get a win. Hey, also you, that guy over there. Yeah, with the bucket on your head. Yeah, over there. I see you, bro. You are also going to win in your own lane. Okay? And this is the energy that we really need as social entrepreneurs, as artists, as creatives, as leaders, as innovators. You've got to understand how to combine your service with your ambition. If you're just ambitious, what are you doing it for? And if you're just of service, where's your drive? Where's that momentum? Where's that vision that you're accelerating towards? You get what I mean? So you don't have to choose between one or the other. Be both. Celebrate the duality, right? I'm a driven achiever and a compassionate giver. And this can coexist, but a lot of people think that it can't, right? They'll tell you you can't. Be realistic. Be realistic, okay? How about you be realistic, okay? I'll be in my thriving state. My ambition is my vehicle. My service is my destination. This is the mantra. My ambition, type it in the chat, guys. My ambition is my vehicle. My service is the destination, okay? So your ambition is the thing that keeps you moving forward, right? That's that flow state essence, that momentum that keeps you moving. However, the service, when you give back and you finally reap the rewards of helping somebody or getting that understanding, it's so unbelievable, right? Too fast, okay? My ambition is my vehicle, my car. My ambition is my car. My service is where my car is parked or whatever, you know what I mean? I just changed it, made it simple. But yeah, let's expound on some of these. So ambition starts with external goals, right? Achieving success in specific environments or going through specific successful behavior patterns. Service elevates this by ensuring that actions benefit not just you, but your surroundings. My ambition, my car, my service, my fart? I hope not. It's not a very good service, babe. Um, my ambition is my vehicle, my service is my destination. Absolutely, Guido. Right? And so I'm going to break down a lot of people's different understandings of this, okay? We have the Dilts model, of course. We have a Manly P. Hall. We have Campbell, Joseph Campbell, the guy who came up with the hero's journey. We have a lot of different perspectives on service and ambition working together. So let's look at Dilts. I mean, he said environment, behavior, your capabilities, what can you do, right? Your beliefs and values, your identity, and then your spiritual connection. Your spiritual connection is on the top, actually. I did it the other way around. So it starts with your environment, then you have your what you can do, then you have your beliefs, values, then your identity, then your spirit connection. Okay? And so, oh, your internet is bad, gotcha. I like Manly P. Hall. Yeah, man, he's a very intellectual thinker, man. He's very powerful. And a lot of his messages, I think, are misunderstood by a lot of mystics and, sages and modern day, shamans. However, I do like his work, and I think that he emphasizes that ambition, when rooted in the lower self, like the ego, creates chaos. But ambition, aligning with the higher self, becomes a tool for spiritual evolution. This is what he said, right? And so he said, this is a direct quote from him. He said, selfishness limits ambition to personal success, but service expands ambition to cosmic significance. Woo! Okay? So ambition is tied to service, and it fulfills spiritual laws of reciprocity. So while you are giving, you are also receiving. While you are receiving, you are also giving. And Hall believed that this approach not only uplifts you as an individual, but it also uplifts the collective society, right? Everybody in it. Well, this is a very powerful mindset. He was caught with the dark occultists, unfortunately. Yeah. And this is why we have to be very, very cautious. Not cautious in the sense of being afraid of everything, but we have to be discerning of how we use and practice our craft, okay? We all have our own karmas that we're going to face. At the same time, we have to understand to protect ourselves, our community, our tribe, our people, okay? And in this hero's journey, ambition represents a call to your adventure, okay? Your adventure, and this is why I'm going to New Zealand too. It's a call to adventure, bro, right? It's my drive to achieve, to explore, to start creating further. And so I'm here to go to New Zealand and return back with some elixir to help humanity and help you guys, okay? I'm not just going for my own medicine and healing. Of course, it's beneficial, and that's ambitious. But at the same time, I'm going there to bring back some achievements to uplift my own community, either back here at home, on local community, or my online tribe, right? So Campbell shows us that ambition without service is kind of incomplete, right? So the hero's journey is only fulfilled when personal gain leads back to communal benefit, okay? And Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, he teaches karma yoga. So he teaches that the path of selfless action, right? It's beautiful, really. Ambition becomes sacred when the fruits of your work are offered to service to others. So that also shows you pursuing goals without attachment to the outcome allows for service to become your guiding principle, right? You're giving without expecting something, in a sense, right? This is how all, I would say, top businesses thrive is, of course, they're giving a service and there's an exchange, but at the same time, they're giving and also receiving something, right? Have you ever heard of the Billy Carson drama? That's ambition that has gone wrong from service and devolved into ego. I haven't caught up with Billy Carson stuff, man, but I do know he talks a lot about this very esoteric stuff, like the Anunnaki, and he's bringing it with the Christ teachings and stuff. I've heard of some of it, but don't change, please, says Ellie. I'm not gonna change, babe. Well, I'm gonna change for the better, right? If I do change, I change to evolve. I don't change in the other way. But change is a natural part of life. We all change. We all go through changes. But no, I'm not gonna lose my panache, my essence. whatever you want to call that, my flow state essence, right? The flow state will always carry me. Being better is different than change. Yeah. Okay. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? If you've ever heard of him, he used to collaborate with the Echelon Institute near the end of his life too, and he's a very, very powerful, deep thinker. Of course, a humanist, and the humanists have their own flaws, but I think that they have a very, very powerful, practical, and kind mentality, right? They give back, and they believed in self-transcendence, right? So the hidden apex of Maslow's triangle is self-transcendence, above self-actualization. So everybody in the self-development, personal development communities, they think, I just have to actualize, I just have to be the best version of me. But after you actualize, you realize that you want to give back, actually. Okay? So you start to grow, but as you're growing so much, you also want to give with the growth. And then you're contributing. So notice that in the core needs of Tony Robbins, right? There's the two spiritual needs are growth and contribution, right? So that means that some people have the passion to grow, other people have the purpose to contribute, but both are the part of the same. You guys see the spectrum of that, right? It's a part of the same ocean. So this is why self-actualization or personal success is necessary to a degree, but service-oriented ambition transcends the self. It transcends the self, and then it gives back to the collective well-being. So this is actually very powerful, because ambition for transcendence is about legacy. How can your success make the world a better place, right? How can my success make the world a much more amazing, beautiful place to live in, right? Next, we have Ken Wilber. He had this idea called spiral dynamics and integral theory, okay? So he said there's egoic ambition and cosmocentric ambition, okay? Egoic ambition focuses on just your personal achievements. Cosmocentric ambition is like a divine play. You're serving the evolution of consciousness itself, okay? So I like this cosmocentric ambition concept. I think it's and he spells cosmo with a K as well, kind of like Fairly Odd Parents, right? So I find that fascinating, because he also has two words, world-centric service and ethnocentric service. World-centric is like he's doing it for a global need. Ethnocentric means he's helping his tribe or community, the local grassroots, right? So it's really, really important to understand that Ken Wilber has used these dual forces to operate at these different levels of consciousness, right? And now he's created a system, a framework, where you can actually go into this and be like, okay, it's not this, and then it's that, right? Of course, spiral dynamics is also very, very interesting, and there's different consciousnesses of the planet, like through different colors, okay? There's different rays and so forth. So that's a whole different model. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. It's too heady. However, I want to bring up Simon Sinek. You might have heard to his book called Find Your Why or whatever, right? He always thought that ambition was tied to a sense of your purpose, and that service provides this deep purpose. So it allows ambition to resonate beyond personal gain. So that was kind of his idea around it. So what is your personal idea around service and ambition? I'm really curious to know. Guido is saying that, in his line of work, that's very common, and that's actually a good thing. What about, in your line of work, is it beneficial to give back as well as be ambitious, go for something, right? Go for some achievement and move forward with it. Because Stephen Kotler, who's like what would you call him, man? He's not the godfather of flow. I think the flow state absolute father figure in the psychology community is Csikszentmihalyi, okay? The Hungarian psychologist, Csikszentmihalyi. He has or Csikszentmihalyi, right? How do you pronounce it, babe? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Csikszentmihalyi. So it's really, really key that his work then transcends into Stephen Kotler's work in the Flow Genome Collective, right? So that means that Stephen Kotler also focuses on the flow state, but also that intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic means it's not external motivation. It's not like, you know, chasing after the carrot and the stick kind of thing. The pioneer of flow state, yeah, I like that. Stephen Kotler is the pioneer of flow state. Makes it easier to achieve by linking your flow up to a greater sense of contribution, obviously. So I think he also said a bunch of things that other practitioners would probably disagree with, right? Like he said spite, or like, I'm gonna prove them all wrong, right? Like that kind of mentality. That mentality is also flow state triggered for a lot of people. Though it's from a lower threshold of consciousness, it's still motivational. It's still motivational to get the ball rolling, to get the momentum up, because then as you start taking action, you start finding a higher momentum, right? And a higher potential. Isn't operating with contrary forces a form of chaos channeling? Oh, very interesting question. It is, and the thing about it is you have to be very fine-tuned in that art form. Otherwise, in this art form of chaos channeling, you have to be very, very grounded, okay? Because this can make you actually a bit insane, okay? So I have to give you guys warning on that. Like, if you are working with different beings that have malintent, they're trickster beings and so forth, you have to have the proper etiquette of the astral. You have to have an understanding of all this stuff. Okay, guys? So don't go into this stuff and starting to explore it without actually being in the dojo yourself and understanding that I need to ground myself. I need to surround myself with protective tribe, community, right? Ways to clean myself. Because there's powers at large, let's just say, that are using that energy already. So you want to understand that you are here to give a very, very precious gift to planet Earth. And if you can give that precious gift in the form of a service, it will absolutely uplift you, but not only uplift you, but also uplift the planet and your community, right? So tell yourself this mantra: I succeed so I can serve, right? I'm winning so we can win, okay? It's not just I'm winning for me and everything is about me and Primal Sutra is all about me and I'm the head honcho of Primal Sutra and it's all about me. It's never been about me. It's been about this mission of something greater. Service and ambition are like two wings of a bird. In the Dilts model, you'll find it. Okay, service on one side, ambition on the other side. Spiritual connection all the way at the top beyond purpose, right? And so, ambition gives you the drive to soar, while service ensures you flight in the right direction. So these leaders that I mentioned, Dilts, Hall, you know, and all these people, they remind us that ambition is sacred when it seeks not just to fulfill the self, but also elevate all of us, you know? And so let's explore these perspectives further. Me being on my third day, if I'm gonna take this off now, tap in. All right. Me being on my third day of fasting makes it easier to tap in. My weed addiction had me in mental chains, and so I'm disappointed for letting myself hooked like that. The fast was harder than usual. That's probably what you're detoxing out, bro, to be honest with you. Yeah, my advice to that, because I've gone, many days of fasting before, my advice is just allow the fasting to do what it needs to do. You know what I mean? Morning. It's afternoon. It's almost evening for me. But Agi, welcome. Good morning to you. Top of the morning. I'm glad you said that. Many people don't understand. Thank you, Agi. Thank you, thank you. So, yeah, if you're ever hooked on anything, guys, remember, you have to understand how to use the thing and not have it use you, okay? And it's really, really key and really, really important to understand that once you realize that this thing is chain, you use the word chain, right? Mental chain. So that means it's holding you back from something, right? You see, the energy of that can vibrate at acceptance and love, but it can also resonate at fear, apathy, clinging to things, right? So it's very, very important to understand how you are using that medicine, right? And so if it's an addiction, that means you need to connect with yourself again. The opposite of addiction is connection, right? As Johann Hari said. So when you start connecting with yourself again, bro, and you start connecting with others again, that thing will slowly start to fade away, okay? And the urges, the cravings, whatever you call it, it will slowly start to go down. I notice it within myself because I've been cutting down a lot on a lot of things, you know, even caffeine. I drink caffeine a lot, but I'm still, you know, it's like, it's a love-hate relationship with these things, you know, because you realize your own limits. The road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom, my friends, okay? So this is why it's so key and important. Augie, are you a guy or a girl? All right, so anyway, it's important for us to understand that service and ambition are two sides of the same coin. And guess what? Sometimes you're gonna have to flip the coin, all right? Sometimes it's like heads or tails. You're gonna have to align for one, and then sometimes the other will be like compromised, and you play this weird seesaw game, you know what I mean? This strange seesaw game with yourself at times, where you're like, maybe I should give more service, or maybe I should be more ambitious, right? But then it kind of like skews like this. But what if you could harmonize both and move with both, right? Sharp mind, open heart. What if you lived like that? And you gave yourself the potential to live like that, right? How would that change and transform your life? For real. Okay? And what did Guido say? I have graduation in a few days and I've been nervous about life. I get you, man. Because you're graduating probably from, okay, you're getting a master's degree. I'm getting my master's degree, but I still feel like a fool. I've seen the real lies peddled by my industry and the ostracism of people who research alternative methods that seem promising but lack money. Yeah, Guido, I think you're meant to be a trailblazer, man. Don't let your master's degree become another chain, right? You're gonna graduate, you're gonna do what you're doing, but at the same time, keep your authenticity alive with the work that you do, right? Double down on your strengths. Like if you're a humorous guy in general and you like making jokes and stuff, like if you can't do that where you're working or thriving, it's gonna be very difficult for you because it's gonna drain you, man. You're gonna create this like weird persona fatigue, right? Like I have to be professional, I have to be this certain way all the time. I can't be like this or otherwise, right? And this is why I have such a freedom coming on camera like this and just speaking my heart, you know, because it's important. It's important for us to express ourselves like this, right? And not hold ourselves back so much. Diet and exercise, you better start prescribing pills or you're fired. Oh, yeah. What are you training? What is your master's degree in, bro? Is it like pharmacy something or doctor? Because you seem like a doctor of the soul like myself and Ellie. Okay? We're not just doctors of this physical, you know? plain. My parents are doctors, shout out to them. We're doctors of the soul, you know? We understand that there's some mechanisms there. And once we can understand those mechanisms, it's not so much about what the pharmacopoeia or like the, whatever you call it, right? Pharmakia is about, right? But yeah, everybody, I mean, people don't want to come and see me as a positive psychologist and counselor because they're afraid I'm like gonna judge them or like, you know, prescribe them something or like tell on them or something like this. But my practice is completely against all of that. It's 100% non-judgmental, confidential. And I actually, besides other psychologists who just listen to you talk and just say, oh, cool. And how does that make you feel? Oh, great. And how does that make you feel, right? That's kind of what the process of mental health is. It's just listening and taking notes and free associating. But what if, like I learned from my business coach, Joe, as well, you want roadblocks, reality, results, right? Roadblocks, what's holding you back? Reality, what's going on right now? Results, what do you want? If a genie came to you, gave you 3 wishes, what do you want? And this is what I ask all of my students and clients when they train with me. You know, I've held on to that framework because it's so easy to help people once you know these 3 things. You know what's holding them back, you know the reality that they're in, and you know where they are going towards, right? And this is how coaching is so transformational, right? Because coaching has a framework, like the GROW model, right? Goals, reality, outcomes, and way forward. It's kind of a similar way, right? There's many different models like this, but I follow the RR, the triple R, right? The R, okay? I follow that model. So, master in biotech, ooh. But the pharmaceutical industry has its tendrils in it, damn. I think you gotta judge them truthfully and tell them you still love them and support them through their recovery. Yep, facts. Roop, you sound like you're in the right place, are you? Okay. If people expect me to fail, I expect myself to win. That's on Tao, on God, okay? If anybody's like, yeah, but that guy's, I don't know, he's not really gonna make it. I don't know about him though. He kind of does this content, it's like this, or whatever judgment that's like, hey, right? It's like a washing machine. I take that, move, right? Adjust. Take something someone's saying. Okay, it's kind of upsetting me. I gotta move with it maybe, right? And then it's gone. And suddenly the energy is shifted, right? You know, yeah, 100,000 aura, absolutely. My friend, you've become a piece of shit, but it's okay. We can get through this. My accent, oh. I'll do many accents, actually. I don't have one specific accent. Okay. But thank you. Do you guys have any questions, anything around this topic of service and ambition, or do you guys get it? You guys seem like you get it, because you already 7 likes on the video, you know? You guys seem like you're already on the ball with this stuff to understand it better. But again, everybody's like heart-centered healing, you know, and then they take it one side and they forget there's like this warrior, this primal caveman or cavewoman energy that we've just cut off, you know? We've just been like, that doesn't exist anymore, actually. What a bunch of Neanderthals. And we try to like posture ourselves as better than other people, you know? This is what happens, like in the art world, you'll notice the snobs, right? The snobs in the art world, like, oh yes, but this isn't an original Monet. I'm like, come on, bro, like really? Like I had to hang around at some of these parties, man. Some of these big shot, you know, artsy fartsy parties, like where people would like overdress and like be very extravagant and like so bold, it's like uncomfortable. And like everybody's trying to posture and talk about their charity, you know? Hey, whoa, okay, I get it. Questions come natural. I'm pretty sure a lot of art is actually money laundering. Ooh, interesting. And also with the AI nowadays, right? What is happening to the art now? It's just taking the art, right, and just regurgitating it through something else. So real artists are getting trapped. It's like, will art be a real thing in the future? Like actual authentic art, like drawing, painting, you know what I mean? But others are also using the AI to transform the reality in society. Like we use it very, very clinically in Primal Sutra to create light codes and specific energies that we can tune into, right? And once we understand how to use it instead of being used by it, that's the real key here, right? We don't want to be so far, we don't want to be those people that just live off of the grid, right? And completely cut ourselves off from all people, okay? We, at the same time, we want to connect with people and understand people, but also we want to live with peace and compassion, right? We don't want a chaotic environment where everything is just, broiling or whatever. What is the necklace you are wearing made of? Must be some kind of rock or sediment. Not too sure. Or you mean this one? I think this is silver or diamond. I don't know. I just liked it. I like the... Stop looking at his body, girl. I like man-made art will still be popular, but I think the film process has evolved into part of the arts content nowadays. People like watching the art be created as well as owned. Oh, that's really powerful, actually. So, your biology teacher, what is his name? What is his name? Mr. Karpal? I look like Mr. Karpal? Dang. Okay. Oh, Agi's a guy. Okay. Bet. So I think that's a really great concept, Guido, to make the art in front of you. That's genius, because isn't that what the high-end luxury brands do? They customize, they make things like more accessorizable, right? Is that a word? Accessorizable? Anyway, they make them into accessories, right? Like for instance, in Thailand, I got this made. Very cheap, right? Very cheap. And it's perfect, man. Kind of looks like Scarface a little bit, But why did I do that, right? I could have bought a Gucci hat for the same price over there, right? Like a fake version, a knockoff Thai version, right? But instead, I chose to double down on my own brand. But this isn't just a brand, it's a movement, it's a collective, it's like a lifestyle, you know what I mean? And so really, it's creating this thought form as we move along. And you guys are all adding to it too. So it reflects back, right? It's like an orb floating in the sky, right? It's like a homing pigeon, or like it's all in our psyche. We're all thinking this idea. Go back to source, go back to oneness, to enlighten, to awaken. But really to understand that we have to start from the basics, right? Like, somebody who's like, let's say they're teaching you, they're a coach, right? And they're teaching you sports, right? And during that sport, they will tell you when you're off, they'll tell you when you're doing well, right? They'll give you some kind of a marker of where you're at, correct? And so that's why it's going to be really, really important for you to understand what your self-talk is like in your own mind. Because as you're living throughout your day, you have this inner critic at times telling you like, oh no, this won't be possible, man. You might just not do that actually today. Yeah, just sleep in. 15 more minutes, Your mind does that. But what if you had an internal coach saying, enough is enough. It's your turn to show them, right? If you had a voice like that in the back of your mind, like a silent observer that nudges you like a like a kind Heavenly Father energy. You've heard it before in your mind. I'm sure you have. Okay? And if you haven't, then just ask yourself, what is it that is 100% true about me, Lord? And wait for the answer. And clearly, if you listen hard enough, you'll get an answer back. And you don't know where it's coming from, but it's your own subconscious mind. But something is telling you that you are safe, that you are loved, that you are protected, right? And if it's not, then it might be you have a different relationship with it. But at least now there's a possibility, there's a glow, right? There's a lightning in the sky that I know that the sky exists. It's the Satori experience of understanding that that experience is a mini experience, a mini awakening, but there is a grand sky available to me, right? It's because symbolism is important. Self-made symbols are very defining. That's right. That's right. Why are these messages getting retracted? I have no idea. Okay. All right. Yeah, a bunch of these messages are getting retracted. Very interesting. So, I'm going to show all these messages. I don't know why they're not. Hold on. Okay. Oh, you guys are retracting your messages. I see. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So service and ambition are best friends. Okay. They're partners in rhyme. They are there to move with each other as a superhero duo team. You can't have ambition without service. You can't have service without ambition. It's one side of the coin. It's like always getting tails when you flip a coin. But you gotta remain what Janus taught me, and Janus I channeled last night as well. The energy of that, like his head, one head is in the past, one head is in the future, right? So he's always in the presence. He's always in the present moment. And so just like a coin, the coin is the understanding that the coin is like the center, right? It's not heads, it's not tails, it's right in between. And you know when the side of the coin, that just that little side, that's where you gotta remain in. At the yin yang, you gotta remain right here. This S point, right? That little S curve. You gotta remain in that. So you can weave through this life like a ninja. All right? Powerful. Powerful. Great session today. Thank you so much, guys, for commenting, tuning in. We've been past 43 minutes, so quite a bit. A lot of time. And may you never be the same again. The yin-yang symbol might be a symbol of quantum entanglement. Ooh, that's genius. Can you explain how, Guido? I'm interested to know your perspective on that as we end. Very interesting. How is it related to quantum entanglement? The Tao, the substrate, is the yin-yang, you're saying? And then everything has a consequence, right? Every action has a equal and opposite reaction, right? So there's something happening there. Yeah, for sure. Because this is how, I could do something over here and it impacts someone out there, right? This is also a kind of quantum entanglement if you guys think about it, right? Because we're all on this live video. And yeah, it's an important understanding here. They visualize atoms, and that's what they say. I will look it up, bro. That's cool. Thank you for sharing this. There's always layers to this thing. Oh, I'm so excited to travel, yo. You guys are gonna see through my eyes what New Zealand is and what I've experienced. And I got my visa rejected once, and now I'm back again. Hey, now you know, right? Now you know. Like, I really doubled down on this journey, right? I put in a lot of money into this event, right? This portal, I should say. It's a portal because I only go to the ley lines of the earth. I understand I'm meant for a different kind of journey than the average man or woman. Through lifetimes, I've known this, but now it's finally formulating. I'm starting to understand it better, you know? I'm really starting to, yeah, engage with the best parts of me that will support me along on this journey. I don't know if it's atoms or elementary particles, and when they interact, they twist up just like the symbol. Oh yeah, I did see something like that. The light photons or something like that. Yeah. I did see that. I shared that with the adepts actually, as well. Powerful. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Chris, welcome. Welcome to the channel. I'm about to dip out. I hope you guys have an incredible day. May the flow be with you. May you never be the same again. We're all gonna make it. Okay, guys? We'll see you on the top. Let's win. Love you, babe. Let's win, guys, okay? We got this. Let's go. Let's go.